Okay, so I'm going to be as brutally honest as I possibly can with this. So I title this module Attracting Women Through Unlearning. If you were to watch me on a date, or if you were to watch me like seduce a woman, or if you were to watch me like talk one-to-one with a girl, especially one that I just met, you would think I'm either drunk or you'd think I'm stoned. Because I sit there like a bumbling idiot, and a lot of it's getting down to the bare bones basics of as stupid, simple, caveman primal as humanly possible. Just as we're speaking right now, there's a girl who I'm talking to who I texted a couple days ago, and she did not reply. So like the stupid things, like, and I'll show you all this through the program, but I mean, I show you this as we speak. So this girl I'm talking to is named Bailey. She didn't reply to me for 2 days. So then I go on the internet, I screenshot a picture of a Sour Patch Kid, the candy, and I just go you with an up arrow, and she goes mean. So finally that got her to reply. Now she goes, or then I go sour, then sweet, mostly sour. She goes, not true. So now she's back playing with me again. Why is she playing with me? Because you got to understand, you have to talk to women at a kindergarten level, a third grade level, an elementary school level. They are all like children. Now, I'm going to give a couple examples through this as to how I internalize these truths, and I'm going to be using a biblical or a religious example. Don't get your fucking panties in a wad or pissed off at me if you're not religious, because that's not the point. The point is not to be religious or not. The point is just to understand how I internalize this for myself. In the book of Genesis, in the story of Adam and Eve in the garden or whatever, they call the tree that they bit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay, or the tree of knowledge of whatever. Is the tree of knowledge, or the tree. And what happens is they bite from the fruit, and now their eyes are open and they're exposed. So once they're exposed, why do they call it the tree of knowledge? Because there's information that was exposed. I don't care if you believe in this or not. I don't care if you believe in the Bible or not. I don't care if you believe in religion or not. That's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is the point of the story of how I learned this for myself so I could just accept these truths. What happened when they bit from the fruit, supposedly in the story, is that now their eyes were opened and they were awakened. As they were awakened, they discovered new information. That new information led to learning. That new information led to insecurity. It led to overcompensation. It led to not feeling good enough. They had all these thoughts, feelings, and emotions from the new information that they discovered by eating through the fruit. What I learned through talking to women is that it is about unlearning. Because all of the knowledge you've acquired holds you back. And the knowledge you acquire makes you in your head. It puts you in your brain. And then you can't speak. I titled this module, Attracting Women is Through Unlearning. The more you learn as a man, the worse off you are. Okay? And I'm talking about learning anything. I'm talking about what you learn in school. I'm talking about what you learn in your job, what you learn in your career. The more you are in your head, the worse you get at socializing and talking to women, because you become rigid. You become robotic. You lose your charisma. You start having everyday conversation instead of lighthearted, childlike conversation. The lighthearted, childlike conversation is what gets her panties wet. She feels free with you. She feels safe with you. So the key is not gaining new knowledge. The key is stripping back layers. Information kills your attraction. There's two ways that I figured this out. The first was in the story of Genesis when Adam and Eve bite from the fruit, the tree of knowledge. Well, the knowledge was like, it's something that in the story that God did not want them to have, because the knowledge puts you in your head. The knowledge that lets you be attacked, spiritually, where you feel insecure, you feel sad, you don't feel confident. I try to get rid of as much fucking knowledge as I can, so that way I'm just free floating. That's the first thing. The second way that I kind of internalized this was like the biblical layers of hierarchy is like how it works. And like I said, whether you're religious or not, it's irrelevant. That's not what I'm trying to get across for the 100th time. If any of you are like, I'm not religious, I'm blah, blah. I don't care. Just this is how I internalized it for me. You can rationalize it however you'd like. But the biblical hierarchy of like submission is like women. So it's start at the bottom. So it's women over children, man over woman, Christ over man, God the Father over Christ. That's the hierarchy. But notice, women are over children, but then man is above woman. Well, if man is above woman, I had the epiphany in my head, and I'm like, okay, we are not supposed to take them seriously. We're above. You're not supposed to take her seriously. Your job is to lead by example. I talk to her at a kindergarten level or at a third grade level or at an elementary school level, and I have fun and I play with her, because women are not meant to be taken seriously. Women are not meant to have logical conversations with. Women are not meant to have anything serious with. And when you don't want to have anything serious with them is when they actually get their shit together and want to have something serious with you. So if you were to see me on a date, you would either think I'm drunk or I'm stoned. You're like, is this guy have any brain cells? Is there any IQ? And that's the whole point. The point is unlearning. When you're with a woman, you strip back. You say, I don't care what I learned in high school from all my professors. I don't care what I learned in college from all the professors. All of these courses I've taken on business and whatnot, I'm not going to use that in my head. I'm sitting down and if I'm taking her to IHOP and we're eating pancakes, it's that fucking syrup. Okay, you're getting in your natural masculine caveman primal like state. The alpha male is able to sit there, he eats, he sleeps, he shits, and he fucks. And it's as bare bones primal as you can make it. My job through this program is to be showing you how to get into that state so that way you're good with women 24/7. Now, the cool thing is when you don't take women seriously, when you talk to them like a child like that, when you act as if they're when you talk at that elementary school level and you don't take her seriously and you're playing with her as if she's a kid, well, what's going to happen is she's going to go, oh my gosh, this guy doesn't take me seriously. There's a discrepancy in sexual market value. I want him. That's why I'm telling you the whole bare bones of this is getting down to the basics of the discrepancy in sexual market value. We'll continue as we go on. This will continue to make more and more and more and more sense.